Have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for years? Well, other people may have been in their diapers, but you still don't know what a pendulum monster does because there's too much shit on the card? Well, this video is going to be a simple tutorial on how pendulum monsters work. Well, let's just take a look at a pendulum monster itself. You can see it's the colors combined between a spell and monster card, because that's what it is. It can be placed in two of the outside zones of the spell and trap zone, and it can be played as a monster, as a level 4 or higher, how they are normally played. Let's look at Clockwork's monster effect. If this card is special summoned to not the center main monster zone, destroy it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, you can target one card in your pendulum zone, destroy it, and if you do, place this card in your pendulum zone. Or you could put it in the pendulum zone to be, if you control no monsters or pendulum monsters, apply this effect. Based on the card's pendulum zone, left, reduce scales by 3, right, increase scales by 4. Which is a pretty useful effect for a pendulum scale. The last thing to note about the pendulum monster itself is the two arrows pointing each direction and the number located next to it. Two monsters on each side, the numbers in between those two monsters, you could special summon any monster from the top of the extra deck or monsters in your hand. That may sound confusing, but I think if I show a visual, it will clear things up. So let's draw our 5 cards here. So our 5 cards are a bunch of high-level monsters, as you see. If you saw these cards in your hand and didn't have these 2 pendulum cards, you would just give up. You would have just gave up, crawled into a ball, and then have them punch you for a 50-yard field goal. Like, you would be screwed. But because you have these 2 monsters right here, you can put them in your pendulum zone and special summon any monster between level 1 and level 8 in your hand or top of your extra deck. And that's what I'm going to show you. These 3 level 8 monsters: Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, and Spirit of White. And then you can put in your extra deck zone Clock Art Dragon from the top of your extra deck. This is the basic mechanics to all pendulum monsters. After you know what a pendulum summon is, it really depends on the deck if the pendulum monster is actually useful and helps. But one last thing is, if you can only pendulum monsters from the top of the extra deck if you have a link monster or an open extra deck zone like I did just now. So let me just link 4 for Tropological Zeroboros, and if that was my next turn, I could pendulum summon to either one of Topological's zones. If I had another one, I could just do 2, and that's how people can link up. They just boom, oh my god, I can special summon 3 more, make another link, and then just keep going. And that's really all you need to know. That's it. Anything else is like pure archetype. Like, you would just need to know for the archetype and not like pendulum rules. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Oh crap, as a footnote, I should have put in this video that I didn't. Pendulums don't go when they're sent from field to grave. They do not go to the graveyard. They go to the top of the extra deck zone. That is something that is essential, and you might be wondering why cards are top of the extra deck zone in the first place. That's why.